here. Today we are going to do some repotting, and I thought we would do it outside. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't have a microphone, and our neighbor and Dan are doing mowing. It might rain later today, so we're going to try to get a little bit of this in. But yeah, I thought we would just do it together. A little different than what I normally do.
And so Reagan's here.
Reagan is here to help us out.
And I'm ready to help you out.
I ran into the office today because I had to do some like real office work that I couldn't do from home, and I grabbed my moonshine Sansevieria baby that I cut off the mother plant sometime last year. Anyways, it's growing really well, but I had never put enough soil in it to begin with in the pot, and it's been neglected now for 2 months, and so I thought I'd bring it home and refresh it, make it happier. And yeah, so I'll give you a shot of that in a second. I also have 2 other Sansevierias. I bought this Samurai last year. It's really great. It hasn't had like very much new growth, so I think, and it's like really wobbly. There's not enough soil in the pot, so we're gonna give that a refresher. And then my starfish has, you've all seen in my houseplant tours, a new baby that's popped up, and so while this pot needs new soil, I also am going to separate that baby and give him its own pot. And then if we have time, this philodendron, I was in a crunch. I have been water propagating all of these cuttings. And
I have stickers now.
And Reagan has a stick over off camera.
Another stick.
Thank you, Reagan. And anyways, I threw them all in soil just to get them through, but I'm going to separate them out actually into these little plugs and see how that goes. So we'll see about that. Anyways, excuse me. I think what I'll do is I have a big pot here of soil. Not pot. What is this? A container? Plastic bin? This is just some fresh gardening soil, potting mix that I got from a local nursery. I don't even remember the brand, but it's been great with my other plants so far. It's very dry. You can see like how dry it is. So what I like to do when I repot is to pre-water everything to get it kind of, I don't know, almost like a brownie mixture, like texture or consistency, that's the word. Because then I feel like you don't lose as much soil when you water it and water the new plant initially. Can I have a little more water, please? Got my helper here. Okay, pour it right on in. Just a little bit. Thank you. Just a little bit. This is perfect. So now this soil, and the reason...
Now there's mine, and I'm going to dump it out in the grass.
No, I might need it still. Don't dump it out, please. So now that it's like chunky instead of super loose, it's all ready to go. And the reason I use these big bins is so that I can like mix it all up. And also when I'm done, if I don't use all of it, it will dry easily. And then I can reuse it again. Because I don't want, I don't want my soil going bad, the unused stuff. Anyways, let's start with the Sansevieria. I'm going to use the same clay pot. I like clay or terracotta pots with my Sansevierias because I think that it helps like wick out any of the moisture. They don't like to sit. You can see it is not a very robust. No, thank you. I don't need any water right now. I'll let you know, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. What is that? There's like a chunk of wood in here. It's not a super robust root system yet, but there's a ton more roots. I think I probably had, like, here's the main stalk where I cut it from. I probably had 3 roots, and it was probably only this tall when I planted it initially. So it's doing really well. And I think the pot size is still fine for it. Just gonna give it a refresher. Okay. So I think out of all of my Sansevierias, you all know that I have a ton of them. I think the moonshine is my favorite. It's so simple and smooth and It's just gorgeous. I do really like the cylindrica, I guess. I don't have that one out here. It's doing great in the pot that it's in. But there we go. Now, if your terracottas start to look like this, that's just water, like deposits, mineral deposits, calcium from water. I just use tap water here. You can scrub it off. I kind of like the aged look. It's totally dirty now, but we'll wash it off once it's dry.
No! Mommy!
Kellen's done mowing, so he'll be over here to see us soon. Okay. I'm also just mixing in this poor soil with the good stuff because I do fertilize my plants, and so I know the soil will be okay. I also don't water my plants before I repot them. I feel like it's so much easier to get the old soil off and to kind of let the roots breathe. This soil is junk. Wasn't very nice of me, was it, Riken? It's just not very nice. So anyways, we're gonna get a lot of this new soil. It's a beautiful plant. Look at those roots, can you see them? Very healthy. It just needs some new stuff. So I'm gonna hold it. Hey, Kellen. Can I help you? There you go. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it above where I want it to be. Can you push up your sleeves? You can do it. There you go.
Mom, nothing water out. Yeah.
Well, thanks. I might need it still. Does anyone else have a samurai? If you do, comment below and let me know how it grows for you, because like I said, this is the original soil, but I've had like almost no growth in over 6 months, and I know we're entering into the growing season, but I still feel like I should have seen something by now. So let me know if there are any tricks. Maybe I'm not giving it enough light. They're typically low light plants, and it gets western facing sun. So I thought it would be okay. Let's put this down here. And Kellen, off the table, please. You know you're not supposed to be on the table. We really need to be outside today. This whole stay-at-home business has been very difficult for a lot of us. So if it's been hard for you, just know you're not alone. So here we go. Again, the pot, once it dries, we'll clean it off. But I think that plant is going to be much happier this way. This is really what we've all been waiting for, I think, right?
Mommy.
Okay, and we're back. I had to get into mean mom mode for a minute there. We all have those days, right? You can see behind me, we've got a beautiful little lavender plant that Riken just watered for us. Thanks, bud. And then these are our blackberries, the vines. You can just see them started. We used to have a huge, almost like half an acre blackberry. Yeah, you can use it. Blackberry patch out at Dan's dad's, and it was a family affair, but we recently got rid of it, brought a couple plants out to our house, and we're happier than having to take care of a whole patch by ourselves. So Riken's out behind us trying to get on the mower. No more water, bud. So what we have, I'm going to come around here so you guys can really see. If you've never seen before, isn't this gorgeous? Good root system, dirty soil. But I'm just going to take, careful, bud. I'm going to take my sharp, true gardening spade here, and I'm going to just cut it off. Most people would say that you need to use gardening shears that are sanitized, but you know what? We're just not those people. I did cut at the base, but you can see it does have roots. If it didn't have roots already growing, I would wait to cut that off, because you want your babies to be good starts, you know? So we're gonna set him over here for a minute. And this is the mother plant, looking great. Look how crazy this one is. I just love it. Anyways, I got most of that dirty soil off. I'm gonna kind of pinch it a little bit more right here. You want to be careful not to break. You all know this. Maybe you don't. But we want to be careful not to break or destroy any of the root system. Look how long that one is. I'm going to keep kind of wrapping him around so we get him back in the pot. Wait a minute. Whew. Whew. Good thing, guys. I just remembered I was going to up him a size. So in the pot, the two farthest leaves were resting on the rim of the pot, and I don't want that. So I'm going to go up just one. It's like half a pot size, one pot size. It's a little deeper, so I'm going to have to be very mindful of my watering. But I think, I don't know what that is. Some junk at the bottom here. I think he's going to be much happier in a bigger pot. But like I said, I'm going to be very careful. Good job, bud. Very careful about overwatering since Sansevierias do not like to sit in soggy soil. It's already looking so much better. One of these days, I think, if you guys would be interested, I think I might get all of my Sansevierias together and show you the entire collection. I don't think I've done that yet. I mean, I usually highlight some of them in every like monthly houseplant tour, but I know that I never get all of them together in every tour. Mostly because I forget to go into every room of the house and I move my plants all the time. Like, if you guys don't do that, you should, because it's so much fun. Oh, we're not going to use those ones. You can pretend. Okay, sorry, bud. You're doing great work. Anyways, I think this is good. And like I said before, when you water, when you pre-moisten your soil, it really helps. It really helps gauge how much soil you need in the pot, so you don't have to add more after you water the first time. Anyway, look at that. So much happier. The two farthest outside leaves are no longer sitting on the plant, and I think he's going to be a lot more stable inside the plant as opposed to last time. So that looks great. That's okay. No big deal. Okay, almost the last one. I think we're going to quit here because life is chaos. But I'm going to try to center the plant. 17. Okay, so yeah, like I said, we're going to just do this last one, and then I think I got to get back to, you know, the real life here. But this guy, I'm not quite sure now how to orient him, but I think this spike is the one that I want to be straight up, or to be like centered, you know? And I'm going to just center him in the pot, throw him in. It's harder with these smaller pots to get everything the way you want them, but I really love these pots. I picked them up at the Dollar Tree last year, 3 for $1. So they're great. I've given a lot of them away for like baby starts of, what is that? Oh, my spider plant. All of those babies. There we go. But yeah, I really like them. You don't have to buy big, fancy, expensive things.
Cool.
I'm going to take these inside when I'm all done and give them a nice rinse to get all the pots clean and to get any soil that was like down in the nooks and crannies to get them out. And then I'll just keep these guys, keep an extra watch on them over the next couple weeks and make sure they're doing well. But here we go, that's it. Beautiful. I think I got him a little crooked there, but it'll be fine. So guys, that's it. Thank you all so much for hanging out with our family today. Good job, Kellen. I hope you all have a great rest of the day or the weekend. Yeah, and I just really appreciate you. So if you made it through this whole video and you like what we are, who we are, I hope you will subscribe. If you've already subscribed, you know, thank you so much for being a great friend. I've really met a lot of you you know, and I feel like we're starting to really build a really great plant community, and I'm so excited. So if you're new, make sure you introduce yourself so that we can get to know each other some more.
What's that, Mo?
I don't know. Thank you guys again so much. Have a good rest of the day.